This episode may contain graphic language and descriptions, nicotine use, and may not be suitable for younger audiences. Opinions expressed in this episode are of the minds and experiences of the participants and do not represent those of any other people, organizations, groups, or recovery-based fellowships that may be mentioned.
You've been quiet again on the recordings.
I'm going to start with something new in my life.
Okay.
I have 2 gray hairs front and center in my beard.
Is that new for you?
They just popped up.
Damn,
So
dude.
I've had some gray coming in over here, a little bit over here, but
So either my genetics have them start to kick in really early, or I'm down bad in the stress game, dude. Like,
no.
'cause I've been finding them for a while.
You have been finding them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I accept it, dude. It might be time for the fox to start moving in, you know?
Do you think yours are yours like gray and silver, or are they white? Because mine are like, mine look like the hair is like dead. Like it's just straight up white.
I'm thinking gray and silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I just end up having white hair, dude, like that would be weird. That'd be really weird.
My, I almost said my wife, like you don't know Lauren. Lauren's grandpop had white hair in his 30s.
Really?
Yep. It's crazy, right?
Not bad.
Can we throw the volume down on the crackle?
Oh, turn down the crackle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now I'm self-conscious about my volume, but I'm going to scream in this motherfucker.
It's all, no, the logo has to face you, dude. You have it backwards.
Oh, I thought that was the logo. I got you.
Oh, no. I don't know
Got
what
you.
that is. Peeling onions, dude.
Dude, good to be back, man.
We're back.
I've been thinking about, like, just shit we can talk about. We had a fiery conversation last night. I slightly remember of what, but I know that I felt a lot lighter afterwards.
Nice, dude.
I think I,
Hell yeah.
gave you, like, all my life discoveries for about a year's time.
Well, that's why we're here, dude.
That's right, man.
We all need somebody to do that with.
Yeah, like check your thinking, dude. Like air it out to somebody who knows your path but is also open.
Yeah. So I want to change the format of how we do this a little bit because we're big sports guys, right? We always start with like life updates and then we move into that and then we do that. We end up not doing like what we're advertised
Yes.
to do.
Yes,
like
we get
the
carried
content
away,
we
dude.
advertise for like ever in, and I've had to put timestamps in for people to click to where the content they probably care about more than like our opinions on like our fantasy teams, you know what I mean? So they can skip that and then get to the real shit when like we could just do the real shit first.
We're starting hot, dude.
Yeah.
No like kind of start small and move up to it.
We'll
We're
have a little
just-
foreplay. Like,
Yeah.
You can't just rush into it. You know what I mean? You can't just jump 2 feet in.
I mean, we're not 19
You know what I
over
mean?
here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta do a little bit of work. So we'll be moving from this moment forward. I think also our last episode was episode 20. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't
but
either.
I would have thought it was close to that. I might have thought we were high teens, but that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome, dude.
It is awesome.
20 peels.
Yeah.
20 peels today.
Oh, I gotta hide the Cheez-Its.
I thought you were giving
Not a
like a
sponsor.
little shout
Not a
out
sponsor.
to Cheez-Its, dude. I noticed
Out of all
that.
the duos and I'm a bit of a Cheez-Its connoisseur. I'm a big Cheez-Its guy. Those duos, it's like a pesto mozzarella duo. It's not as good as it sounds.
So I have a little
Cheez-Its, so I eat them.
I have a little bit of like a so I have not ever been a Cheez-It guy. However, years ago I was over a buddy of mine who just passed away his friend's house.
Okay.
And you've seen me eat, dude. Like it something happens. I don't know what it is. And
put it down.
He asked me if I wanted a snack.
Oh shit.
And he had a whole box of Cheez-Its.
Mm-hmm.
And in about 10 minutes time, I proceeded to eat the whole box of Cheez-Its,
Yeah.
but I left like maybe 5 in the bottom of the bag. And for like the next 10 years, I was the Cheez-Its guy.
Nice.
The kid met me once and I was the Cheez-Its guy. He knew nothing about me.
I will say, dude, if you're ever like wandering around like a Target or something and you see the Cheez-Its aisle, they got all these different kinds of Cheez-Its now. We're talking like smoked Gouda Cheez-Its. We're
Shit.
talking hot buffalo wing Cheez-Its. They're getting out there. The buffalo wing ones are choice. For
Okay.
Sure.
Good to know, dude.
So yeah, we're gonna save all the shit that we usually lead with like until the end, so then people can just stop listening instead of like starting to listen and then skip forward and then that whole thing. Um, what's tell people about your life, dude. What's going on?
Tell them about my life. So my wife is good. My dogs are good. I got 2 dogs. One of them is a recovering heartworm patient. He's
Okay.
almost out of the weeds.
Yeah.
He's microfilaria negative, which means that he does not have adult heartworms after getting the injections.
Cool.
Dude, all I think about every day is letting that poor little guy run. He hasn't ran or been allowed to move around like
He's
a dog.
Is he still under a year? Is he a year old yet?
He's about 14 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. He's got to run. He wants to run.
Dude, like
all he probably wants to do.
like 5 months of his life have been us doping him up with trazodone and gabapentin and not letting him do anything.
Nice.
But yeah, so he's on the up and up, dude. Work is good. Really, really feeling good about like gym, fitness, all that. But my best announcement for you is I have been sleeping amazing.
Cherry juice?
What's that?
Cherry juice?
Melatonin.
the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. But Lauren brought to my attention the other day. So our low end sleep number bed. I have to say that because
God, dude.
because
Yeah, that's
don't
an advantage.
I don't have the Dak Prescott model, and I don't want people to think I have like
But
white
just having a
privilege
sleep
or
number
something.
is like that just automatically puts you in a different sleep tier. I feel. I've always felt that.
One would think, but up until this month, that was not the case. So
Oh, it's not like a new thing.
no, so Lauren showed me my whole month. Like they have this little breakout graph, and dude, I've been sleeping like 70s and 80s, man. And that's like a huge relief for me because you know how like Facebook and shit can read your mind and they know what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as
Mic is always on.
yeah, so as soon as I started getting worried about this, the powers that be just started flooding my feed with like sleep deprivation is like paralyzing your brain. Sleep deprivation will kill you like years sooner, like video after video, dude. So it's been like actually causing me some anxiety, and I've been actually sleeping good, so feeling a little bit less ragged.
So wait, I'm sorry. Melatonin,
Melatonin,
and that's it.
15 milligrams.
That's all you've been doing.
That's all I've been doing.
Okay. I was waiting for like an action plan.
No.
But
No.
We covered it already.
It's
Okay.
it is 15 milligrams of melatonin.
Nice.
Little bit of reading. YouTube golf to really send me off because it gets a little boring. I do love it.
Yeah.
And a little bit of growing up to the fact that like I'm not gonna miss anything if I go the fuck to sleep,
Yeah.
which we've talked about. Like
Yeah.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
So
Which is really weird. It's weird having FOMO for something that's just like absolutely
makes no
like
sense.
that shit is it's so stupid. I say that because like I get the same thing. What am I gonna miss in my own house where I control what happens at like 10:45 at night? I'm not planning on doing anything except not missing whatever it is that I'm not gonna do.
Right?
Like it's so weird.
And if you ask me if there's anything worth staying up for, the obvious logical answer is no.
No, but in the moment, I just don't want to put my phone down.
Yeah.
And even when I don't want to put my phone down, I won't say that that's what it is because I don't think that's what it is. But that's a whole different thing.
So real quick before we get to you, because I want to hear what's going on with you. So my grandma did just pass 1 week ago.
Yes.
God rest her beautiful soul, man.
R.I.P.
92 years old. Absolutely amazing woman, dude. Helped me so much as a kid. Was always there for me. Used to drive to Philadelphia and put food in my fridge when I was living on ramen noodles.
Nice.
Just an angel, man. Passed on to be with my pup up. So rest in peace to her.
Hell
And
yeah.
we got her service about a week from tomorrow.
Right.
Or a week
Saturday.
and 2 days from
Yeah.
tomorrow. So that's been tough, man. But but you know, I don't know. I guess sometimes like that type of shit just kind of reminds you how much people mean. I hate that that's true for me. But
Yeah. It's It's always really weird things that make me remember to be grateful for things that I feel like I shouldn't ever have to be reminded to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
And like other people are other people's one of those things.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. Like I've had this strange little big uptick in like family importance
Yeah, we
over
were talking about that.
since my grandpop died.
Yeah.
Like first my grandpop died 5 years ago, and I started noticing how like I'm hitting everybody up more, trying to hang out, trying to help out, but like it, with my grandma too, dude, it's like I got this like 40-year-old little gray bearded fear of getting older, dude. Like shit's getting real, man. Got to
Yeah.
be there for the family and like just know who's important.
Yeah.
So,
My, do you want me to
your
say
turn,
something?
dude.
Okay.
What you got? What's good?
I had an interview yesterday to like switch my job. That's where I've really been focusing. Is still like for me, dude, and I actually have like a psychiatrist appointment later on in a couple hours. I really think my ADHD, like for the longest time, and I still don't know if I never thought that it was real because of when I was diagnosed with it. And if it's legit, like I think this whoever the fuck diagnosed me just got really lucky because I think it would really point to why I have a hard time focusing on like a direct path in my future and like an aim in the future to work towards and a like a solid commitment to that goal in the future day in and day out. But like it starts with me just like thinking about it and then I get really overwhelmed and then just like the smallest thing can like happen, like practically happen, and then I'm off the subject again. And then it doesn't happen until I feel like crisis mode later, and then it's a whole thing. So I've been trying to make more like solid decisions, which has been good, but I can feel myself like it's not even like trying to get away from like gratification or laziness. Like I can feel myself fighting to stay on track and try to make a decision. And I've done that with everything, absolutely everything. I just started this new game today that I've been waiting for a little bit, and there's these like dialogue choices and like things to say, and these things have consequences in the game like later on. Total false reality doesn't mean a fucking thing. I will sit there for 5 minutes and just go back and forth between the choices, and just like think about like what the consequences are, and I'll be fucking paralyzed with indecision. And I just can't make a decision. So I still don't know if ADHD is real or not. That's one of my conspiracies. We'll see later if I end up with a prescription for something, or if I have a plan of action in getting myself into like more decisive states or not. But yeah, I've been just really focusing on trying to solve my whole future problem recently.
Dude, shout out to you for the action plan, and I think like what's awesome about it is like I can obviously only really relate on like where I've struggled with some of that type of stuff. But what I'll start to do with exactly what you just described is I'll start to bash myself on the character front.
Yeah,
I
I do
don't
that as well.
care. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm a procrastinator. It's not important enough to me. And then I'll realize it's really important to me. And I'll get these like modes where I'm gung ho and then I fall off. And then Lauren asks me why I fell off and I don't know. And like it's been really confusing, man. And like it's just kind of cool to hear that you're like weighing out that option.
Yeah, and and I really don't think it's, I mean, complacency obviously has its place in whatever I'm dealing with, but I don't think that's the only thing. Like I think there's something else there that I just can't, I just don't, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
But I can't stay paralyzed and like all like freak the fuck out because, and I think I start to get so overwhelmed because of the lack of direction in the first place. And I don't know, like I don't have enough focus to know like where the starting point is. And like maybe that's something that could be handled like outside of like therapy or medicine, but that's the route that, I mean, I've tried. Like I've tried outside of that. And yeah, we'll just see if I we'll see if I have like an actual behavioral inability to focus on things that I want to focus on, or if I'm just like more of a lazy procrastinator that is way more selfish than I want to admit. So I'll get an answer to that, I guess.
Yeah, and dude, I just hope you find like a good range for yourself, man,
Yeah, me
because
too, dude.
it's really interesting on like the so one thing you brought up was procrastination and like I consider myself to be a procrastinator, but I think I've made tremendous progress.
Yeah,
And I think it's just like shit has kind of started to I guess I care more about certain things, dude.
yeah,
And I don't really attribute that to like an action plan or like a lifestyle. It's just like I care more about cleaning for some reason. I care more about like weeding the flower beds and like taking out and bringing in the trash cans and like keeping up on laundry. I don't really know if I've like tweaked anything about myself. It's just kind of happened. But anyway, like I have people in my family that are like hyper procrastinate and I have
mm,
people in my family that are like the annoying exact opposite.
yeah,
Like if you think of something like I got to make a doctor's appointment. Dude, they are like gung ho militant like I will not fucking rest until it's all done.
like you try to talk to them while they're making the appointment, and they're just like not like you
Like
gotta
they
wait.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, like the opposite of kind of what we're talking about. They cannot settle until the task is handled.
yeah,
And it's like really interesting to me to see how like even those people that I have in my life like that, dude, I think they struggle too.
mm-hmm.
You know, it's like my nana who just passed, like I was saying, she used to tell me I cannot relax until every single thing on the list that I made while I was drinking my coffee in the morning is done.
Yeah, it's wild.
So
Um, and it's I want to like try to quantify it in a practical sense for people that may not really fully get what I'm talking about. Like it's not that I don't want to do stuff, and it's not that I don't see value in the stuff that I end up not doing. It's that I cannot set my mind on doing something. Like that ability is, and I say cannot, it's extremely hard for me to do that. Like just like setting a doctor's appointment, for example. And I think that like that example, I think that's a very like male thing. Like men just tend to like not go to the doctors a lot, um, or focus on like their bodily health too much. Excuse me. Or at the very least, they have way less of a tendency to than women do. And something like that, or if there's a bill that has to be paid, or like that's why everything that we pay for that's like in my name or whatever is just set on auto pay because I'll forget. Not only forget, if I see that I have to do it, my mind just doesn't like my mind doesn't communicate with the rest of my body to be like do this thing. And I can get it there and I have to force it there a lot. Um the more I talk about it, the more it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I don't think I am.
So that's what I was trying to say, dude.
Yeah.
A minute ago is like when you get open about this and you look at it, we're trained to look at everything on the character, behavior, and like choice front. It's always like what could I do different?
Which
How
I'm
could I
not,
solve
which I'm
this?
not, I'm not opposed to. Like for the record, like if I find out in this psychiatry appointment that like, yo, bro, like you just gotta like suck it the fuck up, buddy, then like I'll that's my answer then, and I'll have to figure out some kind of like behavioral way to do that. But I've tried that for a while and it just hasn't worked. So like this isn't an avoidance of like personal accountability or anything like that. Um, I just think this may be like an outside help scenario.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And like there are people whose brains just don't fire that way, but they could. Like I think you were saying this when we were talking last night. Like a lot of times it has to do with like mineral deficiencies, like all types of shit. I know I'm not really specifically talking about like ADD,
Yeah.
but like there are people whose minds cannot fire on a task. And it's not a character deficiency.
I also have like an inkling that it could be just rooted in like dopamine addiction. I've been focused on that a lot, on that idea, and trying to be more cognizant of things that I like unintentionally value over other things based on the dopamine rush that it gives me. Like phone scrolling, for example. And just other things like that. So maybe that will have an effect on it as well. 'Cause it's hard for, 'cause I keep reading about it and it's hard for the brain to you almost build a tolerance to like the dopamine as you do with like heroin or alcohol. So like things that would become like naturally rewarding for you, like just taking care of like basic fucking responsibilities or working towards a goal or like having a new achievement or something. They don't do it for you like it normally would, because you're just pounding the reward center of your brain regularly with the reward drug. And yeah, that's been another big focus for me as well, and I'm wondering if that might have a part in it, like my habits.
So, dude, on that front, like let me ask you this, because I've been kind of looking at this and reading about this too. Like, do you ever have the experience? I'll just kind of lay it out there this way and see if you can relate. Do you ever have the experience where you're scrolling, you're reading, you're watching, you're scrolling, you're reading, and you realize that your brain is like activated and tired, but you're also doing nothing at the same time?
I can usually feel it like in my eyes.
Dude, like so on Sundays is my bad day. So I get done golf, I come home, I eat. I've been doing a lot better job of like not stopping for the fast food because that's been a goal of mine. So I get home. It's my time now, dude. Fantasy, reading and watching the games.
1 p.m., dude. 1 p.m.
Lauren and I are like real big on looking at our phones and all that. Like her team is stacked, so it's not hard for her to do.
Yeah, she doesn't need a plug, dude.
Yeah, but like
I did beat her though, just for the record.
Smoked her.
Yeah.
Smoked
We'll
her.
just leave that out there.
We will leave that out there. But yeah, dude, I get this feeling. It's kind of terrifying, man. It's a realization that my brain is going on haywire and I'm doing absolutely nothing.
It feels like, if I could explain it in a cartoon, it's like my brain is running on a treadmill inside my head for like 10 hours, almost like against my will. And like I'm so bodily exhausted. And like I said, I feel it in my face the most. Like I'll start to feel like a lot of pressure behind my eyes. But I still feel like you said, I feel my brain just fucking going. And it's almost like to an outside, if somebody could see that like from afar, they would think my brain is like holding me hostage and like forcing me to sit there while it just runs like a 10K
on a treadmill, like
yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah.
And dude, what's crazy?
But I do that to myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And like, what's crazy, the way you put that, dude, is like like, yo, apparently, I mean, this might be like some normal human shit, but like setting a doctor's appointment is supposed to feel pretty good. Like taking out the trash is supposed to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, for me, it doesn't a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm so fired up and firing that dopamine all the time that the sense of accomplishment that is supposed to like fulfill me a little bit doesn't.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense, dude. It's like,
I'm not looking to get half a chub by taking the trash out. Like it's not.
but
But no, I'm just saying, like, from what you're saying, like it's supposed to feel some like, again, not like you graduated with a master's, but like you took care of something. Like that's it, and I don't get that feeling.
Me neither. And it's funny, man, because our brain does work on motivation systems.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's so I think it's awesome, man. I just hope you find your range and like it's not such a struggle. And I'm definitely gonna ask you about it because like what after the fact. Because I explored ADD years ago, and like my wife and my mom were just like, I think you got ADD, and I was like, I'll look into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made the mistake of talking to like Dr. Knoll at our old spot, who was like a real jokester.
Yeah.
You know, like he used to tell like patients with depression that they had like shit in their pants and it was their choice whether they walked around with like a poopy diaper.
Right.
Like he would literally tell them that. Like grown ass men and women.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about it. I was telling him like what I was experiencing. And he goes, look, man, I'll give you the scoop on ADD. You probably have it. You're just going to feel fine and drive everybody else nuts. And that's going to be your life. And I was like, alrighty then. Like he, you know, but he joked a lot. So
yeah,
but there was a time where I really felt like I needed to explore this avenue too.
Yeah. And, like, I'm not like the medicine front isn't really my first choice. But I've become more open to that being a possibility only because I have like a lot of bad experiences with that medication from when I was young. And I mean, I haven't taken anything for it in like probably 20 years. So I figure if we end up going down that road, they had to have made some fucking progress with it, right?
Yep.
Like they had a big one, Vyvanse or whatever. I don't know what that's about, but it doesn't sound like it's the same thing as like Adderall meth. So like maybe it would be better. Like I don't know. But yeah, I will say finally like making a decision to try to get answers on like a deeper level does feel really rewarding to me. I think that's like a big enough check in a box for me, like metaphysically, to where I actually like feel a bit of reward for it.
Dude, as a good buddy of yours, like it should, man, because like you've worked pretty hard at it. Like I've heard you talking to a lot of people about it, trying to like pull from their experiences, you know, like chopping it up with people at the meeting. We've talked about it, and like, dude, the way I look at it is I honestly don't mind supplements or medication being at the top of the choice list, as long as it's not avoidant.
Right.
And you and I have talked about that like many times.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like we're on the same page of like, if I'm looking for something to avoid a work that I don't want to do, that's probably not so positive.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night.
Yep.
Like I don't want to go into like a therapy appointment or a psychiatry appointment and say that I feel like I'm depressed and then come out with like a Lexapro script like the first day. Like pry around in my life a little bit and like see what I'm not doing, you know?
Yeah, and like we were saying, dude, I love this topic because like we were saying last night, like I'll start with this. I am depressed.
Yeah.
But then I'll modify it to, no, I just am very capable of a depressive state at any given day.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that like I have to do to like stay up in front of that depressive state.
Yeah.
Like I know more about kind of dark, stuck, negative feelings just over the last 5 years of life than I did my whole first like 5 years of
For
sobriety,
sure.
dude. And but like what's kind of beautiful about it is I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think so.
You know, I think that like we all kind of experience it at different times in different ways, and like, but yeah, dude, I just think that avoidance is at the root of every wrong road I can take in recovery. Like, isn't addiction an avoidance mechanism in and of itself?
Yeah. I
So,
think at like its core, it probably is.
yep.
Excuse me.
So that's awesome though, man.
Um. So aside from that, marriage is good. Our first anniversary is coming up in a few weeks.
Wow.
We'll be in Jim Thorpe for like a little weekend.
I feel like I was standing outside on that windy day at your wedding like last month, dude.
Yeah.
Time is like creepy fast.
It is.
But that's awesome, man.
It is, and especially because I've been so thank you, and I feel like I've been experiencing time very slowly because of how stressed I've been with my job and everything else that I'm putting on myself, and also probably catastrophizing about like too much and feeling too putting putting unfair expectations and timelines on myself because I have no idea why. I think I do that a lot too.
I mean, if I could throw like a possibility out there that I would guess, I would think that making money and just being able to afford your lifestyle and to provide for you and your wife is a big part of your core identity, no?
Um, yeah, like I don't really have too much of a lifestyle, I guess. It would more so be to just provide
Yep.
and like just do for like I don't know, man. Like I can say it like this. I always thought, and I think probably a lot of people feel this way, but I always felt like if I came into like any like life-changing amount of money that there would be a lot of like instantly a lot of other people would get like a taste of it. And I feel like everybody thinks wants to think that they would be that charitable with it, but it's always been like that's all I've ever wanted was like to be able to make something to where like my parents could fucking like retire early or so Madeline wouldn't have to work and things like that. And that is I don't know if that'll ever happen, but that kind of shit is like way more in my head it's more important to me from a practical sense. I probably don't act that way with the money I do make now, which I could probably be better at. Um but yeah, I've always just stressed about like making enough to not have to worry. And
So me too, and I think there's still just a part of me that's like still healing from that. Like I was so desperate, so shameful, so irresponsible financially for years that
yeah.
like I just sometimes, dude, I gotta sit there and just be like, you're doing fucking great. You know, like you really kind of are blessed. But like we hear people talk about like financial insecurity a lot, man, and I think I'm still healing on that front.
Yeah, I don't know if I've really healed. I think financial insecurity is like too broad of a term for me. Like financial insecurity in like in what sense? Like in comparing what I make to what other people makes, comparing uh what I'm comparing like my lifestyle and what I can afford, like the house I can afford, where I can afford to send my kids to school, like the car I drive. Like what do we mean financial insecurity? I never really understood what that meant, but like I don't really feel it in comparing myself to what other people make. I care about it in the sense where for whatever standards that I have for whatever reason, I am always comparing myself to those standards and feeling insecure based on my own comparison to where I think I should be. And if that's financial insecurity, then yeah, that hasn't gone away, dude.
So that's kind of exactly how it is for me, man. Like for me it is not making enough money to fulfill my own reasonable desires just as a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Being able to pay my bills somewhat comfortably, being able to put reasonable food on the table, being able to like, take my take Lauren on like a vacation. Like financial insecurity to me isn't like the comparison to people who have it way better.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fear that I'm not going to be able to have enough to just have my goals come to fruition. That's literally all it is for me.
Hmm.
Cause like I wasn't really like raised with money, and I never like, dude, I have come across quite a few guys that became good friends of mine out of that meeting we go to.
Yeah.
I go to again now.
My man.
Dude, they're fucking handcuffed by that shit, man. They grew up in that area, in that circle where there was a lot of money, a lot of wealth, and early sobriety was tough for them, dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least a handful of them where they're sober, they're working, they're getting healthy, but they can't feel good because they don't know what they're gonna do to like up their financial status. Their dad's asking them about it. Their mom's all worried.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a different kind of financial insecurity.
Right.
I'm just talking more like I have these goals inside that like speak to me, and I want to be able to bring them out in the world on a financial basis, So.
Hi. How are you? How was work?
It was crazy today.
You want to talk about it?
No, I can't. I'll tell you after.
How about what if I blur you and put one of those voice filters on you that snitches get on like the detective shows?
That would be awesome.
Right. Today this dumb fucking crackhead ran into my office complaining about a phone call. Oh, listen to him. Don't hit the camera, Bob.
I got your shoe polish.
Shoe polish? I'm going to do blackface at this wedding. She got me shoe polish for it.
Really?
No. I actually didn't know she was going to get me shoe polish.
I like waited a second to like confirm on that. You had me, dude.
What? What's that? Oh, nice. Is that Pink Wit?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
This is Fireball Apple.
Oh damn. Tune in next week to watch Jeremy's relapse live in person. That would be crazy, dude. Live streaming a relapse.
We could just tell all our listeners that we decided after lots of, exploration that moderation is best. we support the moderation movement.
And if you pay to become a member of the Patreon, we will send you the cure for your alcoholism. And you can, like us, drink like the normies. Oh god, that would be great.
All right, nerdy side note. Isn't it fucked up that that's what they were promising at Towns Hospital, a cure to alcoholism?
What are you talking about?
So when Bill Wilson and the guys that were like the earliest founders of AA went to Towns Hospital in New York City, at the time they were being offered legitimately a cure to alcoholism.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
What was the stuff called?
I mean, it was
again?
the 30s, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they have newspaper articles that you can Google that say like a cure for alcoholism, and these articles about Towns Hospital. Don't you remember like in Bill's story he talks about some like elixir they give you? It's in the part where they talk about like hydrotherapy.
You gotta turn your jaw around, dog.
Shit.
Dude, like, this feels like a confession for some reason, but like I never really read a lot of Bill's story. I don't even know if I've ever read it from like beginning to end. I don't know why. I just never have.
So second,
I kind of just don't like really. I kind of really don't just. I don't really give a shit.
does it seem like a radio song to you? as opposed to buying the album.
I'm sorry, dude, but like, no, go ahead, because you might be helping me out. Go ahead.
Like, I feel like Bill's Story is like the hit that's on the radio that you want to listen to less because you hear people talk about it all the fucking time.
No, it's not that. I just don't think I really give a shit.
It's fair. The second half is fire. It is my favorite description of the steps in the entire book.
That's interesting. I think we have sunlight coming through your thingy. Make sure this is closed. All right. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, the stories in the back of the book are pretty cool. Can I want to talk about maybe we'll get into a hot spicy like AA take here.
I feel like
okay?
I know where you're going, and the answer is yes.
I am. I hate that. I mean, I'm forever appreciative of what like the founders did, but I have become like I don't know if desensitized is the word. Maybe like disillusioned to them being like demigods or whatever, dude. Like they were just old crusty ass motherfuckers that like founded this thing that's super super cool, but like all the deep dark shit that like you do, that I do, that other people listening to, that we know we shouldn't, that go against a lot of what the program talks about. Everybody has a couple of those at a time in any given day. They did the same fucking shit, dude. Like you would never ever know. I bet you would know. I mean, you might get like a God sense from them, but like I'm not going to sit here and act like their shit didn't stink. And it annoys me. I don't know.
So there's this tiny little book that was written. I'll have to get the name for you. It's this tiny little book that was written by an anonymous group of AA members, and they talk about exactly that. Like they literally say like we need to stop worshiping these people that founded the program, and they go into details, they give history. But yeah, dude, I agree with you. I think the reason why they're looked at that way is because of what they created.
For sure.
But the only reason why I think what they created is as extraordinary as it is because of the hopelessness of that time.
Right.
That's all I'll really give them. Like I don't mean to undermine like the thing that saved my life. Like I know you're not either. But like, dude, in a more modern world, what they did wouldn't have been so groundbreaking. But you're talking about the days of sanitariums and involuntary commitment. So I think that's why it was looked at as so magical.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, I do think it is still pretty incredible by modern standards, only because modern times haven't rendered it any more like any less effective of an option than anything else that like normal evolution has presented. Like it's aged pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And even like I always like pointing out how in the big, or maybe it's in the 12 and 12, I forget which fucking book it's in, when they talk about that, I think it's in the big book, a cure hadn't been made. Like science may one day find a cure, but like it hasn't done so yet. Some like maybe not in as many words. And like I've been reading that for like years now, and it's I mean, what do they got? Like anabuse? Like there's you know what I mean? Like Suboxone has been a thing, naloxone has been a thing, Subutex has been a thing. Fucking I don't know, dude. What else? Methadone's been a thing. Like all these other things that like science has tried to put out there to like cure people or at least like get them off, and hasn't really worked. Like I do think it's kind of crazy that all the people that aren't as like mystical as like we're talking about, right? Like all these people that are just normal as shit and probably even a bit more dirty in sobriety than people like to talk about, like did create this thing that just appears to be like so ingenious and effective, even like almost a century later. Like that's really cool, but that doesn't mean like they didn't have like weird dark corners in their lives and in their personality, like
Oh yeah, dude.
as sober people. And I just think it's weird. It's like I just think it's weird when people refer to them in such that they should be like some kind of like example and would potentially even be like a judge of character if they were alive today.
Yeah, dude, I think where I go with this is I watch folks, and this is judgmental, and it will sound
You a
judgmental.
folks guy? You say folks a lot.
Folks, I watch folks,
Okay.
and and I think that there are a lot of people in recovery communities that live the program, enjoy the program, stay in the program is pretty important, but they sort of venture out into new avenues.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them get into therapy. Some of them get into church, right?
Yeah.
Some of them get into like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, AA ends up being like a stepping stone towards like something that ultimately ends up helping them more for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But then you have some folks, dude, they just leave it there.
Yeah.
And I think they have a tendency to kind of get into the worship category because they haven't really like one of the things I might take us in an offshoot here.
Yeah,
I'm not sorry. But but
You shouldn't be.
but like but sometimes like the older I get, man, the more I've read, the more conversations I've had with people like me. Sometimes I think we like mischaracterize some of it, dude. Like when you hear what it was like
Mm-hmm.
of people's story, you hear a lot of the same things.
Yes.
Didn't fit in my own skin, incredibly socially awkward, did not know how to fit into the world, racing mind, avoidant as fuck, zero adult skills of any kind.
A lot of them have like lineage of people that had the same problems like in their family.
Yes.
This isn't everybody's story, but a lot of them share those commonalities.
Yes. Yeah. And like I literally would never be the type of person to challenge anybody's view of how they see their alcoholism. Like,
No.
dude, if that's what their pain is to get them in the program and growing and working and using our structured community, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes I listen to it, man, and I think like that sounds a lot like you might have had a devouring mother.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds a lot like that T word that nobody understands might kind of be at play here, dude. Sounds a lot like you might have some abandonment issues, or like nobody really supported you when you were young, or like too much pressure was put on you as a kid.
Yeah.
And like I'm not a therapist, so like again, I don't really say this shit to people, and even if I did, I probably would question what's coming out of my mouth. you know, but
Yeah.
But like I just sometimes when I hear people's stories, I think that we like to make alcoholism this great big thing. Like I've sort of always appreciated that you hone in on the allergy,
Mm-hmm.
which I kind of for a while it wasn't really like a big part of my spiel.
Yeah.
But I think it is important because it's like that is the clearest cut sign of what we have.
I'm so open to like a better explanation. I just haven't had one yet.
Well, but I think that that's smart because if you go to the emotional or feeling route, therapy and psychiatry can swoop in and say, hey, we got decades of research to show that like that is not necessarily alcoholism.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, fuck, what do I tell people now?
Yeah. And so like, do I drink or not? Like,
Right.
What am I gonna do? Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think that I think that AA is supposed to I'll say for me, dude, it saved my ass.
Yeah.
It gave me a program to put a life together. And like I gotta say this too. And I sometimes like notice this in meetings. Like I know what it's like to try to stop for a while and fail.
Yeah.
And like when you try to stop for a while and fail, dude, it changes you.
Yeah.
It tests your sanity. It literally makes you fucking hate the like space you occupy in the world.
If it doesn't make you like make drastic change immediately or change your mind drastically, it will like it's leaving like seeds of experience that you'll look back on later for sure.
Yep. Yeah, like it legit broke me to
Yeah.
like wake up every I'm not going to say I thought this every day,
Mhm.
but really fucking often. I have to stop doing this. Like like please this has to stop.
Mhm.
Like I can't like I'm going to jail now. I'm fucking worrying that I'm not going to have a pulse later tonight. Like and all I know the only thing I have to do is not do that one thing, and I can't for years. And I you know, I don't know if everybody in our rooms has had that experience of their own variety, but like I just think that I think that that's why like I hone in on the way I look at my problem the way I do.
Yeah.
Cuz it's like when you try to stop and can't for that long, and I don't mean long like it's like measurable through time, just like you feel that fucking just devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, like when and I love that, and I think a lot of to me there's like two different problems. There's and it's talked about it like this in the doctor's opinion. There's the phenomenon of craving, like once you have the first one, right? And the mental obsession when you don't have it. And like the mental obsession to me what is what the 12 steps like attack, right? And then once that's gone, I don't feel the need to take this thing that like incites the allergy, and now like the reaction that I have to it is gonna play out. And it was oh, I had this whole thing I was about to go on. But like and I love the allergy thing so much. Just because it makes the most sense, dude. Like because no matter what mood I was in, no matter if like I felt like my life for whatever small like infinitesimal reason was like had signs of getting better, no matter what was at play, who I was with, whatever, any kind of circumstances, if I took one of like insert substance here, the same thing always happened. Motives aside, intentions aside, um, people aside, environment aside, like the same thing happened every time. And also like listening to other people while I was coming in to hear that like at there's this one guy that used to say all the time one of his relapses came like he had prayed in the morning, he had gone to work, he talked to his sponsor, he talked to a sponsee, he chaired a meeting that night, went home and relapsed. And that like always stuck with me. And he said like the same thing happened. The same thing happened. Like the craving came back and like I was off to the races again. And like that always stuck with me that it and that's why I talk about it the way I do. Like it's not a thing, it's not a problem it's not necessarily a problem to solve. It's not a feeling to make go away. It's not something that you'll grow out of. It's like you just have it. Like it's part of you. That's just it. Like like you can't change your voice, right? Like your voice is your voice. Like your reaction to the substance is your reaction to the substance. Like it's just part of you, dude. Like that's tattooed for whatever fucking reason on your DNA strands, and it's not going anywhere. Like it just is what it is. Tough titties. I had a hard time like accepting those tough titties myself, and I think when I like thought about it that practically, and as a matter of like legitimate concrete fact. Bro, here's your diagnosis. It's lifelong, no cure. Figure it out. Like it became easier. Wow. It became easier for me to accept, and I didn't fight it as much. Even though it sounds like it's like more doom and gloom and a death sentence than just the thought, but it was very freeing when I surrendered to the fact of like, well, I really am just fucked. Everything just became easier.
And that's why I love the steps 1 to 2 transition,
Yeah.
dude, because like I was thinking that, like, as you were saying, that is the only way I ever moved in the direction of a path is hopeless defeat.
Yeah.
Reading about it, talking to people about it, trying to do it different. Like dude, I sometimes I think to myself, and I've heard a lot of like cool plays on words when people say this, but like, have you ever, like I'll ask it to you, have you ever thought to yourself of the sheer amount of effort you put in, of how you're going to do it different, how you're going to make it work, how you're not going to let it bite the hell out of you again
Before I got
before you got
Yeah.
sober? Like let's go like tell half of your what it was like. Your before you got clean and sober.
Yeah.
Dude, like if you took that amount of energy that I'll say I put in, and I'm guessing you put in,
I'd be a millionaire right now.
dude, I would be
Like-
I would be a like the guy that you told me about yesterday that you might have the privilege of working
I
for.
might have the next Amazon in the works.
Yes.
Like honestly,
like literally pulling energy out of the depths of your soul that you didn't even know you had, just to get fucking nowhere.
I when I talk about going
stop.
through when I talk about going through like Suboxone withdrawal, and I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it's, and I mean maybe like what's out there on the street is worse now, but it's just like, think of your worst like opiate withdrawal, multiply it by 3, and it lasts like 3 times as long. And that's exactly what it is. It was a fucking hellhole. And I sat in my childhood room, crying, sweating, throwing up, waking up in like, I don't know what bodily fluid whenever I would be able to get like an hour of sleep. Multiple showers a day, not able to really drink or eat anything. For like 30 days. For 30 days, I kept myself there. I knew I was about to I was done. I was done with it. Like, even though I just done that whole shit, I was like, I don't want to hurt anymore. So I went into rehab to hide in there and keep myself handcuffed, and finished the detox out, started feeling great, went AMA after my detox was done. And within a week, my late friend shot me that text, and I don't blame him for shooting me the text, like knowing that I was trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like I probably would have done the same thing, just because that's how selfish we are. Shot me the text a week after I got out and was like, yo, like, you trying to cop? And there was one moment of contemplation that was immediately kicked out by by whatever mental obsession had come over me, and was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, I had just gone through 30 days of like of vomit, sleeplessness, tears, shame, embarrassment because my mom's taking care of me like I'm a fucking 4-year-old, and all that for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Still to this day, it's like the worst month of my life. And I was just like, why not? If I applied that kind of like, and that's why I hate like the whole like lack of willpower thing. I had fucking willpower, dude. I didn't do that because I was handcuffed to a psychiatric, like a bed in a psychiatric ward. Like, I did that myself. And if I could apply that into like my problem right now, dude, I'd be a fucking stud. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it's just so fucked up to like hear because the worst I ever experienced that for on two different occasions was like a week to 10 days. And you experienced it a whole fucking month. Like so I went to Florida to go attend my brother's wedding and was just horribly, awfully, painfully sick
shit.
the whole
Yeah.
time. You know, I was my means at the time were not good enough to bring a little stash with me. And dude, like
Did you try like drinking a lot more to compensate?
I did, and dude, I just
didn't
sweated out every
Yeah.
fucking shirt. Cried myself to sleep. Took 800 showers in the spare bedroom where my ex and I are in just to
Right.
try to get through it.
Yeah.
Like, and dude, I think it has like almost like permanent effects on you
Yeah.
to just be that desperate and like cuz yeah, you know why you feel that way, but just the toll that it takes on your spirit and your emotions, man, is just like it changes you, dude. I really think that like sometimes you carry it for a while, you know?
I would agree.
But like what's weird, man, is back to like what we were saying about like the allergy and shit. What I love about it is a very fucking simple diagnosis. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
I needed at the right moments somebody to give me the simplest diagnosis that I couldn't over intellectualize. I didn't want to talk about my childhood. I didn't want to talk about literally anything.
Right.
It was just your body and mind cannot handle this substance. And like, I'm going to just tell you that in a very like witty and fucking dead straight way right to your face. And you're going to swallow it.
Yeah.
And I hope you come back tomorrow and I'm going to give you some more.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like that overly simplistic diagnosis was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Because like I just needed to really put it to bed, man. Like I needed to, like I share this all the time when like I speak and stuff. Like I was on a quest to be the one. It's all I wanted, man. Like, cause I hate the way they characterize addiction, dude. Like I'm some fucking alley dweller who has no ambition and doesn't want to get up and face the world. Like
You're
dude,
just every panhandler that ever existed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when I got drunk or high, my ambition came back.
Oh, dude.
I could take
I
over
had the
the
grandest
world.
of plans.
Yeah.
The grandest of plans for myself.
Dude, it was so fucking chemically positive, man. It was, I'm gonna be all right, and like I want to do something nice for my girlfriend, and like let me real quick take
Dude,
a peek on Indeed.
This is actually, I don't think, talked about enough, and it's so cool that you bring it up. Like it's almost like describing in like a very practical and real sense of like what getting high was like for, I think, a lot of people. Like for me, it explains a lot of why I did what I did in order to get it and feel that way. Like that was the only way that, how can I like, so the picture's kind of painted like I would absolutely stab my mom in the back and be a fucking scumbag to her so I could get well, and then when I got well everything was different. So like I treated her like a fucking sweetheart. And like that's the me I was always trying to get back to. And there was no ability for me to be that way without it, especially when you're deep into it because you're too sick and you're too selfish and you just don't fucking care because of how much it fucking sucks to not have it. Like, and how much it sucks to not be able to be that person at like the snap of a finger. And when I wasn't high, like I wasn't worried about like what degree I wanted or anybody else aside from me, but or like my health or my diet or anything or even showering. But like when I got high, it was like I had the ambition that would make people question like, dude, why are you still living with your parents? Why do you not have any money? Like, you seem like, oh my God, dude. I just flashed back to this one line that I always hated when, like, you know what I was like when I was a kid, dude? I was that kid that had potential. Were you a potential kid? I feel like a lot of kids are potential kids, but like, if I saw a kid being like how I was, I would say that he had potential, and that always breaks my fucking heart when I think about it. Like, and I was always I'm sidetracking us like quite a bit, but like I've always wanted to talk about this. Um, I feel like some part of me felt felt the time. Maybe this is like the crux of like what I'm dealing with now. Like some part of me always like I was watching myself let my window of opportunity to seize my potential and capitalize on it slip away, like second by second, day by day, by me just being like a selfish fucking loser and not committing to anything, and instead committing my wits and my smarts and my energy and all of these positive traits that I have towards like chasing this fucking bag like day in and day out. And that was a lot of like my fucking shame and depression. And maybe that's what I view now. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, like when I look at that kind of that thing you think back on and like sort of like what that makes me like feel and shit, it's and this is a very like there's a voice in my head that doesn't like the way these things I'm about to say sound, but yeah.
No
But
shit. Oh,
but
man.
like I think for a lot of people, man, the world just breaks them before that transition to actual accomplishment of some sort kicks in. And like, you know, I don't love it that that's true, but like sometimes I look at these straight line people and I don't fucking understand them, dude.
I don't get it.
It's like I went to high school and then I went to college and I stayed there and I did all 4 years and I did an internship 2 years and I got out of college because I knew I wanted to specialize in this and here was my plans. And then I did that. And yeah, I'm like 25 and I'm making like maybe $5,000 less a year than you're making in your fucking 40. Dude, I was so angry, lost, rebellious, broken, fucking cool, to be quite honest.
I was out of order, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
But so it's like the straight line people that figuratively speaking, they make my jaw drop.
Yeah.
I don't understand them. To me, they are like the strongest fucking specimens of humanity, dude. But maybe what it is that like some of us just get broken in that potential stage. You know, because back to what you would say about like who you would become when you got that sense of ease and comfort.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, to say I was well would be understatement of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
I was funny, giving, industrious, kind of fucking sexy, I think. Cool, smooth.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it literally almost felt like it maximized my personality.
I always said it felt like a limitless pill.
Yeah, like CB always says when he speaks. I went into the first situation as a normal kid from Southwest Philadelphia, and I came out as Frank Sinatra, like that.
Yeah.
You know, and dude, it's just amazing. And just a little side note, like the first year of me that Lauren got to experience was that.
Yeah.
Edgy, funny, fearless, careless, like I will do anything for you as long as you lend me $20.
Yeah.
And then it's like I get sober and I'm not that guy because I was never that guy.
Yeah.
But it was this chemical enhancement that was just amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. It's really crazy. And I don't think people really understand that addict and alcoholic. I think most people have that view, that caricature of just the depressive. And it does get like that eventually. But for the most part, I mean, most of the time I was doing it, dude, it just it gave me everything that it took away my ability to have, like, right away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like a weird, like, paradox thing. I think it's a paradox.
Yeah, when I was in South Philly and you know, that Queens Village neighborhood and that amazing apartment I was in.
I miss it there. So
it was such a great and horrible year. But anyway, dude, like, it was kind of weird, man. I would have like my normal way of living that whole year, which was just hell,
Yeah.
waking up in a panic, right? But I had these like two miracles that would happen every day.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is I would get high.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it felt like the sun was on my back, dude. Like hopping up, skateboarding around, like we just talked about that, like just feeling great. And the second little light of the day was Lauren would come visit me every night.
Yeah.
And I used to sit when I knew she was parked up, because it was usually within 2 blocks she could find a spot. I would always sit against this one tree right out front of my apartment and just like watch her walk up in the distance. And I remember always feeling like this girl is going to save me. I know she is. I don't know why, but she is. Like there is something about the fact that this girl cares about me that's going to save me.
Yeah.
And like I'd watch her just get closer and closer, and like my night would just get way better.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually proposed under that tree.
Nice.
I did a little super sneaky, let's go to the old pizza place, and took her out of the way to go by that tree, and had my sister and my brother-in-law hiding in the little alley right there to film it.
Mm-hmm.
My plan was to carve something into the tree because it was like very significant, but people told me that like carving in the tree was a bad idea. but like, dude, it was just crazy how like, yeah, in that state, man, I had like 2 really good things that were going to happen every day,
Mm-hmm.
but I just couldn't hold on to the one.
Yeah.
She never saved me, but she did give me something to like fight for.
Yeah, she gave you purpose.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like you know, I never really was one to I hear people say you can't get sober for anything. It has to be for you. Well, I think that statement is complete and utter horseshit.
Interesting.
I understand like the implication
Sentiment.
of it.
Yeah.
But dude, like, if you get sober because like you I don't care what it is, man, like you have a niece that you love,
Mm-hmm.
you really want to go to some fucking show in another state in 3 months time, like whatever it is, I think sometimes we need something outside of ourselves to grab onto.
Okay.
I know the work has to be internal, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Yeah. When I hear that, it gets like there's like a lot of like implications with that, like, and a lot of like cascading reasons. What? Because I mean, I usually hold that belief, and it's because like if I get sober for me, that also means I'm making sure I'm the best version of myself, which is based on nothing but me. Then that has that osmosis effect where everything else gets better just because of you're focused on you in the positive way.
Yep.
But I understand what you're saying as well. Like I don't think having other, because I have experienced this as well, where people talk about having other motivations, and it's often met with like a response of that being very taboo.
Yes.
And I do reject that kind of response to something. Like if I Because you're basic like I know it's well intentioned, but on the outside it's very much, which matters, I think, how it looks, especially to newcomers that are very like fragile and emotional. Telling them that their motive I'm gonna sound like a fucking protester or something, dude. But like invalidating. I was gonna say something isn't valid, and like that they love using the word valid. Invalidating part of somebody's motivation to try to make a better change is just in my opinion a dead wrong way to go about it. Like,
yeah, you might as well give them a 9mm.
yeah, I don't give a fuck what your intentions are, dude, and I know they're good, but like you gotta stop yourself from saying shit like that.
Yeah, and I think they're both true, man. Like what I mean more specifically is like when I finally like decided to go through with all this.
Right. Yeah.
And I got a lot of help from handcuffs and all of it, but when I decided to go through with it, there was no version of me at that time that I could find that was worth holding on for.
Fair.
There was absolutely nothing that I could look at and feel any type of good about.
Yes.
But when people that cared at me looked at me, they had a different view of me than I did.
Mm-hmm.
They like wanted to fight for me and wanted to help me and like wanted to be there.
It was
and go,
weird. It didn't
and
make
go
any
above
sense.
and beyond. Yeah. Because apparently they see me much more clearly than I see me. It's kind of like we tell people that they have to get sober for themselves. And again, I understand the context of that.
Yeah.
I think it's true. But we also know what happens to a lot of people when they have a kid, dude.
Yeah.
A different example, but what happens to a lot of dudes when they have a kid? All of a sudden, they're a much better worker, a much better friend, much more responsible. They melt on the emotional front at everything. They're like awake, alive, because now they have something outside of themselves to reach towards.
Yeah.
So I just think that like, yeah, I agree, dude. Like if you're going to tell somebody that whatever their motivations are not good enough, like you might as well hand them a 9mm.
Yeah, I think that's intense. I think it's bullshit. There's probably like a better wording than like, you know me, like I'm always about like, I think like wording things properly is important. Maybe it's like you have to be the one to start making better decisions, and you have to stop. Like other people can't keep trying to force you into changing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to start making these choices to change in a positive direction yourself, and you have to stop being like. You have to stop relying on other people to dictate the proper path that you need to walk and force you into that direction. Like, I think that would probably be like a better hint at like what people mean by that sentence, and not just be like, because there is the implication there of like, dude, if you're doing this just to be a better father, like, just like, I'll take you down the way now and give you $10. Like, and that's just not, it's just not the case.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I've actually, it's funny you say that, man. I've tried a lot of different things, statements like that with sponsees early on. I always would wait till it felt like the right time. Like we'd develop some rapport. They'd call me for like a week or so. They seemed like they wanted to do the work, and I would make like this little, these couple different statements, kind of like we're talking about. Like I remember I used to say to guys, the only way that you'll stay sober, I already don't like where this is going, but I would say it.
Yeah.
The only way that you'll stay sober is if you build somebody that's worth staying sober for. If you become a person that's worth staying sober for, you'll stay sober.
Well, I mean, it's like an offshoot of like, you don't do anything esteemable, so why would, like, no wonder you have low self-esteem.
Yep.
Right? Like, I say that.
Yep. And like I think that what I would say to them was incredibly true. but like we say with a lot of things, man, I don't know how many of them were really able to grab it. Like some were, but like I jumped on that stuff early, dude. Like my sponsor would say those kinds of things. He would say he'd have these little nudges, these little like side notes. He'd say hey man, have a great night, and hey, when you wake up tomorrow, just don't forget to reinvent yourself. And I'd be like, what in the world does that mean?
My man, it's Tuesday. Like, what are you talking about?
But he was trying to tell me, like, yeah, like the sky is the limit, and I'm so excited for you.
Right.
But it sounded so like wishing well, like kind of weird.
It's too dressed up in mystique, bro.
Yep.
And I hate when like things sound like that, and that's kind of why. Not only do I think it can reach a corny level pretty easily. It's just like, bro, just say what the fuck you mean. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I do think mystique has its place in inspiration and an attraction towards things, but more often than not, dude, and that's why I talk the way that I talk, because I think I have had more people, and this isn't why I do it. I do it because I feel that it's the right thing to do, and it's also just the way my brain works. But I've had more people come up to me and tell me that they like the way that I talk about X, Y, and Z when I don't sit there and like speaking fucking slogans at them for 3 minutes in a share. Like I just just say what you mean and more people will grasp it. And I feel like, I don't know. I'm not going to try to
I have
hint at
noticed
anything,
though
but
that you definitely have a connection with like quite a variety of different types of people that hear you a certain way.
mhm.
You know, and I think it's just like authenticity. Like that's what I like last night when the dude said something to you, like you can tell when you speak. Like, remember, keep the ego low here, but like you can tell when you speak. It is an authentic speak. It is not like, hey, I'm Jeremy and I've been practicing groupthink for 27 years and I'm about to just lay it out there for you. Like, it's authentic.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't forget, kids, first things first.
Yeah.
And that's how I
things
did it.
first. And you know how I did this? Meeting makers make it. It's like, just kill me now.
No wonder we only have 20 people listening to our show, dude. I just, and I'm not trying, I didn't mean to get on a topic of giving Jeremy flowers, right? But like I for whatever reason, okay, so I think this is rooted in a couple things. That guy Scott that I gave you the speaker tape of, I really wish you guys could meet one day, but I think he still lives in Florida. I don't even know if I'll ever see him again. He had this line, and it was be a seeker of experience, and it sounds, again, probably like a little mystique and cliche, but that's my thing. And like I think like being a seeker is very important, and not just trying, like, at some point, I think in this whole thing you have to graduate. I think what I'm about to say is fire, and it's probably buried way too deep in the video, dude. I might just edit it and put it right ahead. At some point you have to graduate from like being a sponge, and you have to start seeking yourself. Like, you can no longer just sit there and like wait to hear inspirations and shit. Like, you have to go out and seek different things, talk to new people, read new things, hear new things, start like, and that's why I started like listening to the Bible off and on, and like listening to different speakers and opening your mind and like relating new things that you hear to like old ways you used to look at things, and how it's a bridge, but this new way of looking at it throws a new spin on it. And like in seeking, like being a seeker, seeking truth as you experience truth, which I do think there are objective truths, but being a seeker of truth and not like a slave to feelings, being like a seeker of knowledge, and just seeking experiences, and like seeking God and doing all these things. And in that, I find that's why I speak the way that I do so like definitively, because I have I consider myself like a seeker pretty actively. And I mean, I go back to sleep like as often as anybody else can, you know, spiritually. But I don't think like if you don't have your own experiences in practical application of like seeking to advance your spirituality, like it comes, I can see it just like that. And I think there's more of that than people would probably want to talk about. And I always think that like my messages are more catered towards people that have been sober for a long time than newcomers. And I don't really know what to do with that thought, but so many people just like go in there and still try to be a sponge. And it's like, dude, you've got all this program has to offer. Like you have to start like letting yourself experience in different ways and like try to find more advanced truths than the one that you have in your foundation. And if you don't, dude, like that's why I think a lot of people go back out.
So I like literally love every word of that, man. Like I was gonna actually tailor my response to that
Oh, shit.
to people that go back out a lot.
Yeah.
It's like funny how you teed me up like crazy, dude. But yeah, man, like the new experiences thing, like my feeling on that is if you're not seeking new experiences, talking to new I don't I hate to make it sound like you have to be some like recovery explorer or something.
Exactly.
Like I know exactly what you mean though. Like open mind, open heart.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
curious.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking at life through different angles and just where my feet move on a whatever basis.
Yeah,
daily
that explanation's
basis.
important. Yeah.
You know, like sometimes in the beginning when I heard new experiences, I felt like I had to like go to like a different county meeting every like once a month or you
Yeah.
know. But
Which isn't a bad idea, by the
Yeah.
way. Like mixing up your routines isn't bad.
But like just to throw this out there, like tell me how this lands because I don't know like if this makes sense to anybody but me. Like
Okay.
if I don't do that, and this like me, I will inevitably go back in the face of the phantom in my head that tells me who I'm supposed to be.
Hmm.
Like I can get sober and put a drink or a drug down and life gets better. But if I'm not seeking, experiencing truth, growing, laughing, learning, hearts opening up, my conception of who I can be is not changing.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to do is come back face to face with that phantom in my head that tells me how I'm not good enough or how I'm supposed to be more like this. You know, it's like, it's weird, dude. It's like you like I've watched a lot of people I really care about. It's like they find their wings early on and they're flying and they're looking around and they're all excited. But at some point they go back to the exact same place.
Absolutely.
And it's not even drink or drug related at first. It's I got to get a better job and make a certain amount of money or like I got to there's like this there's this force that lures them back to this like life state that they need to be in as opposed to reinventing themselves to put it kind of lame.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know if that makes sense, but like sometimes I think it's the difference for long-term sobriety.
I agree. Yeah.
You know?
There's like I would bet that if you took a poll of like a lot of old timers, they would have way more like not like completely bashing, but they would be way more bored with their life in AA than you would think based on the stage character they bring to meetings. I genuinely do think that. And well, it would also depend on like how tight knit of a community of fellowship they have around them. Like a bunch of old timers in South Philly, they don't do shit except for like they'll maybe like drive a newcomer to a meeting, but like they won't sponsor people. They'll be really involved in like home groups and stuff and in the AA community. They'll fellowship really hard and they'll pray, but like the service is like almost next to none. And and they're probably happy and suffice, you know what I mean? But I bet if you nitpicked at them a little bit, they're missing something. And that's just complete like I don't know, hypothesizing on my part, I guess. But I like, just like to answer your question, I like what you said because it points to like a really sus quote that I heard early on, and it's backsliding starts when knee bending stops. And it just sounds gay as shit, dude. Like it sounds like actively queer, which like there's nothing wrong with. But it's that thing of it's that thing like the absence of the plateau when it comes to spirituality and spiritual experiences. And like specifically in like our type of human being where it's crucial that we don't go back on the decline. And it's like when you stop chasing and experiencing, you don't level out at your level of like spiritual awareness and awakening that you are at when you do stop. You might be for like a second, but you will start to decline. And like that's a law as far as like I've observed and in myself and others. When you stop having new experiences, you don't stay at that level of experience. You start to regress in your understanding and your practical experiences of like day-to-day life and your own consciousness. And
Yep.
you have to keep that going. And another thing that Scott says one time is he says at one point he had experienced something similar, and he says he was walking around dead asleep dreaming that he was awake. And I think I sound fucking full of myself, but I feel like there's more of that than like people would care to admit. And it's important to, and I'm not saying, bro, you don't have to go read like the Red Book by Carl Jung. You know what I mean? You don't have to read, which I still haven't even tried to go back and read, but you don't have to read like Varieties of Religious Experiences by William James. You know what I mean? You don't have to be able to revert to like regurgitate like Proverbs like 6:11 or whatever the fuck in the Bible. Like, but you just can't stay where you're at all the time, because that's not good for us, man. It's just
Nope.
not. And I don't think it's talked about enough.
Real quick, what time is it?
I've been keeping an eye on it. Oh, we're at 6:11. So if we're gonna get nerdy,
Okay. Yeah.
we should do it soon.
Yeah, we got like 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, like I don't think this is talked about enough either because, again, like that I try to like really personalize this. Like there seems to be this judge that lives in my head.
Oh shit.
And he tells me who I'm supposed to be.
Oh, when you don't take the lithium, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And when my schizophrenia is fully active. No, but
Not that there's anything wrong with schizophrenia.
Yeah. But like, dude, I think we all have it, man. The kind of husband I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
The kind of an income range I should be at.
Mm-hmm.
The just the life status I should have accomplished.
Yeah.
Now, like, if you were to sit me down as I was expressing this to you in the moment and you were to say, like, hey, is this really that important to you? I would honestly probably tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still up there.
Yeah.
It still is, like, guiding my path for some reason. And I think sometimes, dude, it's like family conditioning, it's societal conditioning. I'm going very for agreements here on you guys, by the way.
No, it's fine. Yeah, yeah.
But like,
Which
there's
highly recommended, by the way.
beautiful
Yeah, yeah.
book, dude.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of very very difficult to achieve expectations that can float around my head on any given day.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the only defense against that is curiosity and new experiences and opportunities to show myself that I have many roads to take.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I don't do that, dude, I go back to this, like, and think about it, the longer you stay sober, if that old voice and that old messaging is in my head again, and now I'm 5 years older than I was, now I'm really fucked.
Yeah.
If
You got outdated software.
Yeah, if I got sober at 30 and I wanted to be at a certain income level, and now I'm 35 and I'm not at that income level, now I'm just like a bum and I got to hurry up. And
Yeah.
so yeah, dude, I think that, like, see, I think that this is where, like, the big book talks about, like, spiritual consciousness and like There's a lot of cool ways they put it, but
Yeah.
I think what it really is allowing yourself to redefine your story.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do it without new experiences.
For sure.
You know?
We got to come back to this topic. For sure.
Yeah.
So now we get to nerd out about our sports stuff.
What you got? Lead us off, dude.
I have a
4-0?
union. I have a Union hoodie on.
How they doing?
They just won their first leg of the first round of the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, they're playing. Well, dude, we won the Supporter Shield, which is having the best record in the regular season.
Are they a contender for all of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
We've been in first place for 95% of the year.
So I had to ask that because I'm a Phillies fan.
Yeah.
And I know what being in first place.
No, I understand.
How
I understand.
heartbreaking that
I
can
understand.
be. You know.
So their roster was basically, in a lot of ways, like gutted and reconstructed from the coaching staff to most of the active roster. Like, it's kind of crazy. And a lot of people wrote off the season because of that. But dude, it's been actually insane. Like, anybody that follows the team would tell you, like, they were predicted to finish, I don't know, there might be 32 teams in the league, something like that, maybe 30. They were predicted to finish in the bottom 3 of the season because of their past 2 years and how they've been on the decline and how they sold everybody in the offseason and how they changed their coach, and they basically seem like they're starting a rebuild, right? Nobody thought they would even make the playoffs. Nobody thought they would be within like 10 points of the playoffs. And they've been leading the entire league for a very healthy majority of the season. Like, and they're good. Like, it's crazy. Sometimes they're very frustrating with their play. Like, just for instance, like if you zoom out at a soccer game and like somebody's there to kind of tell you how different attacks work, you can kind of see this kind of shit. So they're in the last game, and I was there. It was fucking wicked. There's nothing like playoff, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Just playoffs in general in sports is just incredible to experience. But the Union Stadium gets really, really fun. They keep trying to attack the middle of the field, right? And like if a team is just jam packing the middle of the field and not really guarding the wings, they're like soft guarding. Like, it's like banging your head against a fucking wall, especially if you're trying to attack on the ground and not through the air, trying to like kick a ball over the line and attack them by like making a run at their back line or whatever. And the whole time I'm sitting here watching them try to force it through the middle and not get any shots. And then they defend really well in the back end, and our goalie bails us out because we have like an all-star goalie. And they keep banging their head against this fucking wall, and it's the most infuriating thing ever. Then this sub comes in, who was a starter for us for the past 3 years. He comes in and starts dribbling the ball and making runs up the wing. You open up the play, you open up the defenders, and then all of a sudden, he lobs a ball in, and they score a fucking goal. And go fucking figure, dude. Like, oh my God. I mean, they made the adjustment in the end, right? And then all of a sudden, the game got crazy. Like, all of a sudden, it's 2-0 within like 5 minutes, maybe. They blow the lead. Like, we started leaving when it was 2-0 with 10 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, which was probably like 13 minutes total. And they blow a 2-0 lead. And in the playoffs, you don't do overtime. You go straight to penalty kicks. So, and then we ended up winning in penalty kicks, whatever. Our goalie made a save. They missed one off the crossbar. Like, it was a whole thing. But yeah, the Union have me really, really excited. Very excited. They could easily win, I think.
Sounds kind of like a freak year, man. Those are the most exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's as someone who's, I mean, I don't pay for them. As someone whose family has season tickets, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Isn't that kind of like how the Blue Jays year has been? Or were the Blue Jays like top prospected? I don't remember hearing.
I don't remember people are. I don't know if I heard about like World Series expectations, but I don't think I heard
That they
like
were a
bottom of the league.
contender.
No, no.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't remember hearing that people were super down on them. Is what I was saying. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I just love it when like teams come out of nowhere, man, and like are
Yeah.
able to just have that spark. Like those are the best years to be a fan. Like yes, it was great last year with the Eagles. I know I'm
Mhm.
jumping sports,
Oh, that's fine. That's what we do.
but like I know it was great last year with the Eagles, but like we knew how good they were, how much talent they had.
Yeah.
But like when a team just fucking gets hot and is vibing and like, dude, it's the best.
That's the thing with baseball, dude, and that's what really pisses me off is like I don't know, man. Like the Phils, I don't
There's only one outcome that we'll be happy about. That's a horrible way to experience being a fan.
did we were they still alive in the playoffs the last time we did this? I think it was like October. It was early, like the first week of October, that the last time we did this. I think
Okay.
so. They might have still been alive in there. Yeah, they shit the fucking bed, dude. They shit the bed, and I'm going to say something. Bryce Harper needs to get back in the fucking lab, dude. He needs to, and I know he had an injury or whatever. I think he's at a point in his career, and I think a lot of like star players or really good players with longevity have to do this. He needs to go back and look at his swing, dude. Like, I think he needs to start tweaking shit. Like, he's not the same player he was before. Your body. He had one of the most violent swings ever, dude. Like, and he still tries to have that. I think he needs to look at like his plate approach, all that shit, dude. And like, we can get into. Honestly, dude, I'm not gonna put it at the feet of Trey Turner that much. I know a lot of people want to, but like my man won the batting title in the National League. Like, and I know he didn't show up in the playoffs when he needed to, but like neither did neither did Shohei, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Like they didn't do shit either, and we still fucking lost. Like,
Dude, it's very, very so like
I got a lot of thoughts, man.
experiencing that with baseball is a little bit unique for me.
Yeah.
Like if I look at like there's mistakes that cost you losses,
Mhm.
and then there's just not showing up and being able to do your job.
Yeah,
And like to be honest with you, man, I feel for him. It's like everybody like bashes like Thompson, and it's like, what do you do when your team is not hitting? Like
Yeah.
all throughout the playoffs, we saw teams that were really fucking good and weren't hitting.
yeah,
Like football, I don't know, man. Like if the quarterback throws 4 picks in the NFC Championship game, like that's a problem. But like I guess what I'm trying to say is like the requirement of being able to hit the best pitchers in baseball is a unique like kind of sport experience.
yeah,
And when they just can't get hits off of these like world best pitchers, it's like I don't even know what to say, man. Like I know they're good hitters, but I agree with you on a side note. Like they need to all compact their swings, dude. Like the Philly home run fest needs to end.
Yeah.
It really does, man.
yeah.
Like just give me a single, give me a little blooper over the shortstop's head, dude. Like fucking get on base.
Yeah.
And I'm also getting tired of this like this guy I work with and I talk about this. Like what's with everybody 0-2 all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Like baseball players like decades ago would like really work counts.
Yeah.
Schwarber's pretty good at that.
Yeah.
But like what is this like I hop up there and I swing so fucking hard on the first pitch that's a foot out of the strike zone that I almost break my back.
Yeah.
And then the second pitch, they actually like hit the corner, and now I'm down 0-2, and I'm wondering why I'm striking out like how many hundreds of times a season.
Right.
Like I don't understand it, man.
I got a lot of things
don't.
with the Phils, dude. Like I do think that what I'm saying about Bryce holds some water. Like I think he needs to be a different batter now. I just think he does. And this is another complaint, if Dave Dombrowski is not going to protect him in the lineup with somebody that can hit behind him. Because like who do you got? Alec Boehm Like, cool, dude. Like, he was leading the league in RBIs for like a month, and that's pretty much it. Like, he's probably like the biggest dude that doesn't have power to ever hold a fucking baseball bat. Like, he's not protection for Bryce Harper, dude. You don't mind giving Bryce Harper fucking absolute nothing to hit because you do have you have a pretty solid chance of getting Alec Boehm out, dude.
Yep.
And like there's like roster construction, the fact that Alec Boehm and Casty just seem to like now all of a sudden not like playing in the city. I mean, Boehm has done it before, but saying that like now the pressure gets to them maybe or whatever the hell they said.
Yeah.
I will say I think Thompson deserves heat for the way he managed the bullpen in the series. Like Kerkering did that thing. I personally think you have to be fucking nuts to put that kid in. Like, I don't put that on Kerkering. Like, the decision that he made, sure, but like
that was a momentary lapse of reason, dude.
But like, yo, like, why did you put the child in? Why did you put the child in that spot? And I get it. It's like a T-ball situation, but like, bro, like the pressure, he clearly doesn't do well under pressure. Like we've seen that. His eyes are huge already, and his eyes just get like this when he's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I just I felt so bad for him, man. I remember watching that here with you. And
you were here. Oh my
god. When I get like embarrassed or shocked, I laugh. It's just like my thing.
You were laughing a lot, dude.
I remember chuckling, like, oh my god, I just watched one of the greatest sports blunders of like sports history.
Not even just Philadelphia,
world.
Dude. Just at
and
any
you
point.
Were just like you couldn't even speak for like 5 minutes.
I'm starting to get a loss for words again right now, just thinking about it.
Like that horrible girly throw that he wouldn't have made anyway. He wouldn't have got the guy if it was right at JT's chest. He wouldn't have been out.
He's seized, bro. His brain short circuited because of how big the moment was, and I won't hear anything else.
Yeah,
he should never. It is just straight up fucking irresponsible to put Kerkering in that spot. It's just it's a lot to ask of the kid, dude. And like you could see, like everybody else, nobody in the dugout was. There wasn't anyone in the dugout that wasn't consoling the kid. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you put them on a lie detector, like you think somebody else should have been put in that spot, it'd be like. Maybe.
So dude, like real quick before we wrap up, like I gotta hear just to know, and I know I'll never get this,
Okay.
what was said in that huddle, because like if I'm the coach and the fielders in that situation with the kid in,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him that the play's at first no matter what, like no less than 7 times.
Yeah.
Hey, Orion, where's the play at? No matter what happens, where's the play at?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter it doesn't even matter if the guy beats the throw at first. The play is at first base.
Yeah.
You know, like I struggle because I will never know if that was said.
Yeah.
Like infielders tell themselves amongst each other all the time, dude. You know, they're putting up how many outs there are. Like they communicate a little bit. I just struggle that I don't know that he needed to hear that 5 to 10 times, in my opinion.
With JT pointing,
yeah,
it kind of tells me that
he was already shock mode.
It kind of tells me that it maybe wasn't said.
Dude, I would have done like a round robin, like, hey Orion, where's the play first? Like just again and again and again. Like I do not worry about this man on third base.
And maybe you don't feel like you need to. I mean, in hindsight, it's like,
yeah,
it feels more important, but like
Yep.
maybe you don't feel like you need to do that because of how routine it is.
Yeah.
Eagles got some secondary help today, I believe. I believe they got a nickel.
Did they get Michael Carter, cornerback maybe?
Yeah, from
Jets, was it? Who was it?
what? I think it was the Jets, and the Jets
Okay.
got John Mechie.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and what else? I do feel better about them.
I like the way they're moving the ball, man. I like.
I know you gotta go, dude, but like,
What time is it?
it's 28.
Okay, yeah, we better hop off then.
Flyers are killing it. Flyers are super exciting. Sixers are killing it. I've been watching. I think I've been watching basketball more than you've been watching hockey. I'm just gonna say it.
I was hoping you weren't gonna come at me, dude. Because you're right.
I'm
and
just gonna
I know
say it.
I saw your reaction to seeing the Sixers' faces on the TV, and in that moment, I knew that you've been upholding our deal more than
That
I
interview
have.
was hilarious, by the way. But and the Union are doing well. Go Birds. And
Go Birds.
yeah, we will as usual, we'll try to be more regimented about this whole thing.
Yeah, dude.
So until next time, God bless you. We love you.
We love you.
and
Hope you
we
heard
hope
something
you heard
that
something that
helped
helps you.
you. Dude, good doing this again, man. It's been
Absolutely.
too fucking long.
You're the man.